What's going on, everybody? I am back with another Prize Picks MLB player props video. Going to be breaking it down, giving you guys 5 picks to get you winning some money over here on Prize Picks. As always, if you haven't signed up for Prize Picks, would highly recommend you check them out. It is a player props website and app where you can win money off picking the over and under on things like players' total home runs, strikeouts, first inning runs allowed, pitching outs, pitcher fantasy score, hitter fantasy score, etc. Go ahead and use that promo code KJK DFS to receive an instant match deposit up to $100 today. Again, that is code KJK DFS. Go ahead and lock it in, get that free money offer, and start winning some money over here on Prize Picks with these picks today, guys. If you enjoy the content, would be greatly appreciated if you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you don't miss any future content that I upload. Like goal on this video is going to be 200 likes. So if you can help me out with that, leave a comment. Let me know what you think of these plays. Leave a comment, leave me some feedback from last video, whatever you want, but any interaction does help a lot. So thanks for the support. And if you're getting very serious, I do offer premium content packages. Check them out, patreon.com/KJK_DFS. That's the link below in the description. I have for Prizepicks, MLB, DraftKings, FanDuel, MLB, and a combo package. If you do play DraftKings, FanDuel, and Prizepicks, you get the combo package. And I will be adding more packages as well pretty soon here. I'm going to try to launch those for next month. So let's get into the picks. Let's get into the important stuff, guys. Last time out, we went 3-2. Kikuchi didn't quite come through for us a little bit, unfortunately. I was actually watching that game. The first inning, he was just getting squeezed like crazy by the home plate umpire. Kind of forced him to throw it over the plate. He still almost got there. And then Freddie Peralta just had a bad outing. He got hurt. He put on the IL. But we nailed Sandoval. We nailed Eovaldi. We nailed Logan Gilbert. So we are officially on a 7-3 run. Looking to keep it going. So let's talk about it. Let's go game by game as we always do. First game we're going to talk about is the New York Knicks taking on the Baltimore Orioles. The two pitchers in this game, I'm actually going to be targeting both of them. We'll start with the home pitcher in Garrett Cole. He comes in as a 329 favorite, massive favorite at home. And I expect him to have a really good game here taking on a Baltimore Orioles team that is less than stellar when it comes to talent. They did just call up the young top prospect of Adley Rutschman, so that's interesting. It'll be nice to see him play and see how he's doing. He's a highly touted prospect that's been, been waiting for him to come up for quite some time now, but other than that, this Orioles lineup's really bad. Garrett Cole's a massive favorite. He has phenomenal stuff up and down, and he's someone that I'm definitely going to be targeting today. He has a great strikeout rate with a 32.5% K rate overall, 14.6% swing and strike rate, best on the slate, good hard contact stuff. He has a 28.5% K rate to righties and a 37.7% K rate to lefties. So he actually strikes out lefties even higher than he does against those righties. But elite strikeout stuff against both sides of the plate. And then when you're breaking down his matchup against the Baltimore Orioles, like I said, he's expected to get the win here, which is obviously going to help with the fantasy score, which is what we will be targeting. And then when you look at the Baltimore Orioles lineup up and down, as far as the strikeouts that they allow to opposing pitchers, that's obviously something we always want to look at, starting from the bottom up from Mateo. 25% K rate for him, 27%, 25%. Rutschman, 0%. He just got called up 7 at-bats. 27, 23, 18, 20, and 16. So the top of the lineup really doesn't strike out all that much, but once you get to the bottom of the lineup, lots of strikeouts in. Regardless, Garrett Cole just has elite stuff. I mean, he can strike out anyone, and he's a massive favorite at home. He's expected to get the win. The pitch count's obviously way up there, as it always is when I'm trying to target guys with their pitcher fantasy score. 97, 97, 114, 91 pitches the last 3 times out. And you look at his recent form, 1, 3, and 2 earned runs the last 3 times out. Time before that, 0 and 0 earned runs. I'm kind of looking for him to get back up to that kind of a... And last time against Baltimore, he went 7 innings pitched, but really didn't have his best strikeout stuff. He only had 5 strikeouts. I would expect that to be ramped up in this one. I'm still not going to target the K prop just because I don't see a point in targeting the K prop when I expect him to get the strikeouts anyway, go deep in the ball game, and then I do expect him to get both the bonuses you get for the fantasy score as well. He gets the 6 points for the win, 4 points for the quality start, and if for some reason he comes up like 1K short of his K prop, but he still goes like 7+ innings like he did last time, gets the win and all that stuff, should be able to clear this 42.5 pitcher fantasy score line. So first pick's going to be the over 42.5 pitcher fantasy score for Garrett Cole in the video today. Second pick, we're going to be going to the other side of the game in Jordan Lyles. We're going to be taking the under fantasy score for him. I think he's going to have a tough day at the ballpark tonight, taking on a New York Yankees squad. That's a 4.98 implied run total in Yankee Stadium. As far as how this ballpark plays, if you're not familiar, it is a fantastic home run hitters ballpark. The New York Yankees do have lots of home run hitters. And Jordan Lyles does a pretty good job of giving up home runs, so I'm expecting there to be fireworks here, regardless if there's home runs or not. I think the Yankees are going to get to him early and often. Like I said, 4.98 implied run total. And then when you're breaking down Jordan Lyles stuff as far as what he features overall, really not the best of stuff here. He has a 4.54 Sierra, 36% hard contact rate. That's some of the worst on the slate. Has only a 10.3% swinging strike rate. He walks people at a 7.2% clip. Gives up a 485 slugging to righties and a 486 slugging to lefties. The ground ball, fly ball stuff's really not that good across the board. It's a little bit better against righties. It's not terrible, but it's still not the best. Against lefties, it gets pretty bad, though. So doesn't really strike anyone out. Gives up a lot of hard contact. That's going to be kind of a recipe for disaster, taking on a New York Yankees squad that's been one of the hottest lineups in baseball. Some really, really good hitters. DJ LeMahieu at the top, a good good contact guy that's going to get on base. He can drive the ball to all fields. Obviously, Judge, Rizzo, Stanton in the middle of the lineup, Donaldson, Glaber, Isaiah Kiner-Fafella, Hicks, Trevino towards the bottom. Does have a little bit of a drop-off in the lineup, obviously, once we get down past like the 5 spot, but these guys have still all been hitting well, and the fact of the matter is, I think pretty much anyone can hit Jordan Lyles. Has had a pretty good season so far, actually, though, I will admit, but I was kind of looking at his game logs earlier, and he just shut up this Yankee squad in Baltimore. He had 8 strikeouts on 5 hits, 2 earned runs. I would not let that deter you from playing him, because it's in Yankee Stadium. This is a different ballpark, literally, a whole different ball game. And last time against the Yankees in Yankee Stadium, he gave up 6 earned runs, only 3 strikeouts, only 4.2 innings. Kind of expecting a outing more similar to that this go around. I don't think he's going to be able to get through this Yankees lineup the way he did last time out. So I'm going to go in the under 23.5 pitcher fantasy score for Jordan Lyles. Is pick number 2 on the video. Pick number 3, we're going to be heading on down to the Philadelphia Phillies taking on the Atlanta Braves. And we're going to be targeting Zach Wheeler. He's a guy that I've been talking about. Oftentimes, I had some people comment that they didn't even know who Zach Wheeler, like they didn't know him as good as he was the last video. And I kind of went over his statistics and they watched the ball game and saw, he's got some legit stuff. He's a 135 favorite in Atlanta tonight. Atlanta's a really good team. They have a good lineup, but they do have quite a bit of strikeouts up and down. And Zach Wheeler just doesn't allow hard contact. So he's a guy that I really am not afraid to pitch against good teams if the line's appropriate, and I do think it is to be targeting here. He has a 3.19 Sierra, 28.6% Q rate overall. Really, really great ground ball, fly ball stuff. He throws a hard sinker. He only has a 23.2% hard contact rate. That's just elite stuff. He only gives up a 330 slugging to righties, only a 323 slugging to lefties. A little bit worse against lefties overall, but for the most part, just really, really good against both sides. And he has a 29% K rate to righties and a 28.3% K rate to lefties. So does a great job of keeping the ball on the ground. Does a great job of limiting hard contact. He's a 135 favorite. I do want to be targeting his pitcher fantasy score over here on Prizepicks today. I want to take in the over 35.5 pitcher fantasy score for him. And he has to take on the Atlanta Braves, which they're not exactly the easiest of opponents, but they are underdogs here for a reason. And they do have quite a bit of strikeouts towards the bottom of the order as well, which I think will be a nice little boost for him in his Ks in this game and the pitcher fantasy score. So reading from the bottom up. Demerit 27%, Duvall 30%, 27%, 25, 19, 27, 20, 17, 26. So pretty much every single guy in this lineup has a 20+% carry outside of Matt Olson. Ozzie Albies is just shy, 19.9% K rate, but practically 20. Marcell Ozuna has 20.1% K rate overall. So I think there's going to be a nice blend of strikeouts, and obviously the Braves have some really good bats, and Ronald Acuna, Matt Olson, Marcell Ozuna, all those guys, but I'm just not scared to target them with a guy in Zach Wheeler who does such a great job. If he gave up some more hard contact, then obviously I'm a little bit scared. If he had maybe a walk issue, then I'm a little bit scared to get some traffic on the bases, and then you're forced to pitch to hitters. But he doesn't walk anyone. He doesn't give up hard contact. He doesn't really give up fly balls. So I'm just not scared of targeting this Atlanta Braves lineup when that's the case. So Zach Wheeler going to be pick number 3 in the video. We're going to be rocking with the over 35.5 pitcher fantasy score for him. Pick number 4, we're going to be heading on down to the Oakland Athletics taking on the Seattle Mariners. And we're actually going to be talking about both pitchers in this game. We'll start things off with the away pitcher, I suppose, and Zach Logue taking on the Seattle Mariners. This game has the lowest total on the slate, a 7 implied over-under. And it's in Seattle, which is one of the worst hitting environments in baseball. Pulling up the diagram here as far as how Seattle plays to opposing hitters. So you can see a lot of red going on. Out there on the West Coast, you got that marine layer. The ball just really doesn't carry as much out there. T-Mobile Park, you can see just red across the board. Literally the only thing that has a little bit of yellow in this whole ballpark is the left field home runs and then the singles to both sides of the outfield. But outside of that, terrible hitting environment. The ball does not carry. It's a tough place to hit, and we have 2 lineups that are less than stellar, let's say. So pick number 1 in this game, I'm going to be talking about Zach Logue. I'm going to be going with the over on his 23.5 pitcher fantasy score. He is stretched out. Zach Wheeler stretched out as well. I kind of skipped over that, but I thought it was kind of a given. But Zach Logue, he is stretched out as far as his pitch count's concerned. 90, 97, 82 pitches respectively the last 3 times out. He's been pitching very effectively. Last time only went 4.1 innings, but the time before 5 innings, 7 innings pitched. 6 strikeouts and 5 strikeouts, and he gets to take on this Seattle Mariners squad. Like I said, in Seattle, great pitching environment, and they strike out a bunch, and they really don't have the most amount of power. Starting from the bottom up as far as strikeouts, 34, 20, 24, 34, 21, 33. The top 3 guys really don't strike out, but then once you get past that, bunch of strikeouts. So 18, 16, 16 at the top of the lineup. But then, like I said, once you get down past that, should have some success here. Now, these 2 pitchers in this game really don't have the best numbers. I'll say that right off the bat, but the ballpark and the opposing team is what's kind of sell it for me, and the fact that they're stretched out. You know, we go along like Zach Lowe. He has some extreme ground ball, fly ball issues. Only an 18.9% K rate overall, but he does have a 2.04 ERA. A 407 slugging give up to righties, a 333 slugging give up to lefties. That's over a limited sample size, but the ground ball, fly ball stuff's really bad. He gives up, quite a bit of fly balls, but once again, if there was ever a ballpark for him to be doing that in, or an opponent to be taking on, it would be the Seattle Mariners. I mean, I'm just not too worried about this team hurting him. I think he goes deep into the ball game, deep enough to pass this 23.5 pitcher fantasy score. It's really not that high. If you can go like 5 innings, get a few strikeouts, not give up too many earned runs, I mean, you're there pretty easily. I think he does exactly that and gets the job done tonight. Takes the over 23.5 pitcher fantasy score. And then on the other side, Marco Gonzalez, I like going with him as well. I like the over on his pitcher fantasy score. Once again, really not the best numbers. Like, you're looking at this guy across the chart here. Not good. I mean, doesn't really strike a whole bunch of people out. The hard contact stuff's kind of iffy. He gives up a 42 slugging to righties, 457 slugging to lefties, but he does have an 18.8% K rate to those lefties, a 17% K rate to righties. But it's the opponent, Oakland. They just really don't scare me. They're in a ballpark where it's going to limit hard contact. They have a 3.06 implied run total against a guy with that kind of metrics. So if that doesn't tell you what you need to know, I don't know what does. And Marco Gonzalez is stretched out, once again, similar to Zach Logue as far as, getting past his pitch count. He got up to 86 last time out, 103, 98, 95 the times before, so I expect him to be in the mid-90s to upper 90s. He's gone 6+ innings in 1, 2, 3 of the last 4, and you look at the earned runs, 3, 2, 1, 1. So, one against Toronto, one against the New York Mets. I mean, much better opponents than the Oakland Athletics as far as lineups he's been shutting down. So Marco Gonzalez, he's a 170 favorite. He is expected to get the win. You'll get that nice bonus with the 6 points for the win and the 4 points for the quality start if he goes 6+ and allows 3 earned runs or less. Expecting kind of all that to happen here. And both these guys, the pitcher fantasy score isn't set too high for the circumstances. So I like the over for those 2 guys. And that's going to be my 5 picks in this Prizepicks video today. Hopefully you enjoyed, guys. If you did, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you don't miss any future content that I upload. If you haven't checked out the premium content packages, check them out. And if you haven't signed up for Prizepicks, sign up today. Use that promo code KJK DFS to receive an instant match deposit up to $100 today, guys. Wishing you all the best of luck on your Prizepicks picks tonight, and we will see you in the next one.